Stories by Sneward Studios. Like and subscribe right now, you hooligans.
r/AskReddit, what's the most ridiculous thing you've heard someone say that they were 100% serious about? The Caribbean coast is off the coast of England because they have British accents in Pirates of the Caribbean. This man was in the military and had no knowledge of geography. My co-worker. We were all having a conversation. I don't remember what we were talking about, but I said something to the extent of crazy, it's like someone thinking the earth is flat. His response was, well, it is. My other co-worker and I looked at each other confused. Flat Earth co-worker continues explaining why the earth is flat. He was saying it like he was stating facts. We're engineers, for crying out loud. You paid too much money for your glasses and degree to see things this way. My brother, against all laws of known physics, is absolutely certain that if he was ever in a tsunami he could just swim under it. We've both been in the ocean plenty of times, surfed a bit, and have definitely had our share of waves wreck our shit, but he's still certain he could do it if he got the timing right. A nurse I used to work with asked why we can't drive to Hawaii. She was absolutely serious and I wasn't surprised when she didn't last beyond her training period. My ex-husband was a horrible driver, wrecked everything he ever owned and then some, but he somehow thought he was an excellent driver. We were riding through a town with a 4-lane main road. He started to change lanes oblivious to the car that was located exactly where he was headed. I told him to stay in his lane, and fortunately, he did. He said, 100% seriously, that if he'd changed lanes and crashed into the car that was already there, it would have been their fault because they didn't honk their horn to warn him. Putting in a roundabout was stupid because now they had to stop 4 times instead of 1 if they had just left it a 4-way stop. I overheard a guy talking to someone at the bus, but sadly I could not hear it all. The government is secretly burying people to prevent earthquakes. Why do they call one side of the sun the moon? This 30 years old legitimately thought the moon was just the other side of the sun. My ex-wife got so angry she didn't talk to me for a day when we went to the beer cave in Walmart and I stopped at the counter to pay there and get the things bagged to carry easier, before going to the rest of the store and getting our other needs because you're going to get taxed twice. Took me a minute when she said that because my first reaction in my head was, yeah, that's how sales tax works, but obviously I know how percentages work. And she stood there angrily and said that's double taxation. That I'm wasting money by paying taxes twice. I said if sales tax is 10% and we make $2.50 purchases, we are paying the same total as making $1.100 purchase. She has an MBA, but after that example just see that more and said I'm wasting money by checking out twice and getting taxed twice. Then just stop talking to me the rest of the night. I'm 43 now, but used to do a fair bit of traveling in my younger days, up until I was about 30. Always coming back home for Thanksgiving, Christmas. Anyway, I had hitched back into town and was walking to my grandma's where I'd be staying, carrying my Alice pack. A girl got to talking with me on my way, and it came up that I'd just got back from Oregon, and straight-faced confused she was like, they have towns out there, like cities and stuff. She genuinely believed it was still like the Oregon Trail days. This was in like 2005, lol. I knew an American guy who claimed that bears were not dangerous to humans. He claimed that if you were ever attacked by a bear, all you would need to do is stick your thumb up its cake and it would immediately fall asleep. Yet I can just see an angry bear stop attacking you the minute you tell it to bend over. Wouldn't it be cool if we could see in 3D? Recently I went to a market and a woman was selling incense that protected against 5G and Wi-Fi signals. Off the top of my head, one of my co-workers vehemently arguing that the moon isn't real. Off the top of my head, one of my co-workers vehemently arguing that the moon isn't real. My sil once said their father had a heart attack because my sil, missed church one day, as in God punished her. Her father was not a man who took care of himself or watched what he ate. It was a minor thing and he totally survived. I worked at a restaurant while in college and the chef kinda had a reputation for being a know-it-all but super dumb. In those days I would prioritize my health and drink a gallon to about 1.5 gallons of water a day. The chef comes up to me one day and says I should not drink that much water. I asked why. He said, well, water has carbs in it and it's going to make you fat. I thought he was joking, but he then gave me the most serious stare ever. I walked away laughing. Some intern at work commented that she was going to need a passport for a trip she was taking in a few months, and when asked where she was going replied New Mexico. That the Egyptian pyramids aren't real. They are just a fake tourist trap. She had a degree in history and was working towards becoming a teacher. My friend could not comprehend that the people of India are Asian.
Like and subscribe right now. Bye for you hooligans.